Buenos dias, damas y caballeros. May lakad lang tayo ngayon umaga. So welcome to my pre-recorded vlog this morning. Kagabi natin ito ni-record. Meron lang tayo pahabol na obserbasyon at revelasyon na ginawa nitong si ICC lawyer Paulina Masida ng defense team. Siya yung Principal Counsel of the Office of Public Counsel for Victims ng ICC. At dito, parang nakonfirma niya yung earlier observation natin na napasama kay Duterte yung the fact na wala siyang Filipino lawyer sa main defense team niya. In fact, ganito ang obserbasyon natin nung tinanggal o kinik out ni British-Israeli Council na si Nicholas Kaufman. Kinik out niya si Mejaldea, Attorney Mejaldea, yung naging executive secretary pa naman ni Duterte, Salvador Mejaldea, and then kinik out rin niya si Harry Roque, although understandable yun kasi medyo komplikado ang sitwasyon ni Harry Roque. Pero nagbiro pa nga tayo noon, sabi natin hindi man tayo lawyer pero sentido komun lang sinasabi na si Duterte sa depensa niya nagtatago siya sa Philippine laws. Parang noon binababoy at binabastos niya yung Philippine laws. Ngayon sinasabi niya dapat na try siya dito sa Pilipinas kasi working justice system naman tayo meron dito. Although that's a total lie, we know that. Pero yan ang depensa niya. Ginagamit niya yung constitution natin, yung ibang mga batas natin. And then nagbiro pa tayo noon. Nung nag-take over na sila Kaufman, sabi natin, hindi ba dapat merong Filipino lawyer kahit taga-timpla na lang ng kape o kahit pang-research na lang? Kasi meron sila dyan, mga translator lang. Yung mga testimony in Visayas, in Tagalog or in Chabacano, tinatranslate nila to mga Dutch language ba o ganon, or English ba, yung naintindihan ng mga foreign lawyers. So, sabi natin, hindi makakasira yan, hindi maganda yan kay Duterte kasi ang client ni Kaufman ay isang Pilipino, dapat meron mga 3, 2, nakita natin mga 6, 8 sila doon, pero lahat foreigner. Si Dobbs Jacobs na American, foreigner, yung assistant ni Kaufman. Kumbaga sabi natin, ano ba ito si Kaufman? Maliit ang tingin sa mga Filipino lawyers or may pagka-anti-Filipino. So maganda ngayon, maganda ngayon, no less than itong si Attorney Paulina Masida ay ganon rin na observation. Sabi niya, nakatulong sa kaso namin dahil meron kami mga Filipino lawyers na si Gilbert Andres at saka si Joel Butuyan na alam kung paano makuha ang kiliti ng mga Pilipino, lalo na yung mga Filipino witnesses. Sabi niya, yung inexplain ni Gilbert Andres, yung paghihirap ng mga pamilya na Pilipino. Sabi niya, ito mga feelings na ito mga pananaw na ito, makakasabi lang ng isang Pilipino kasi naintindihan niya yung kultura ng Pilipino, yung pag-iisip ng mga Pilipino, at yung batas, mga saligang batas ng Pilipino. Kaya sabi niya, okay yung team namin. Kaya sabi niya, very effective yung paghayag nila, pag-present nila ng mga issues dahil combined Filipino and foreign team sila. Si Duterte ngayon na lang, parang afterthought na lang. Ngayon na lang pinapunta sila Panelo, pinabalik ulit si Mejaldea at iba pa mga lawyers. 6 sila, pero it's too late. Ha? It's too late. Sirang-sira ng kaso ni Kaufman. Ha? So, ito ha, i-play natin ito. Ito pang parte ng press con kahapon kung saan tinanong na sa tingin ba niya kumbinsido na yung mga judges sa presentasyon nila. At ito ang sagot niya. Si Paulina Masida ng Principal Counsel of the Office of Public Counsel for Victims ng ICC.
In what way will the accounts of the victims, especially those that you presented, help the presentation of the prosecution? You mentioned that it will corroborate.
Yes.
Right? But of course, we had a preview of the arguments of the defense saying that no, there's nobody who is able to prove that the orders actually came from the president. I mean, the victims did experience this and that, but where is the order from?
I think we need to understand a few things here. The first one is that the burden of a proof rests on the prosecution. What lawyers for victims do, they help. First of all, we are completely independent from the prosecution, and we represent the voice of the victims. And I think that it's important to stress that, because very often victims' lawyers are assimilated to the prosecution or called prosecution bis, a second prosecutor. This is not the case, because victims very often, they have very different interests from the one of the office of a prosecutor, starting, for instance, with the charges brought before the court, which the victims consider being very limited in respect to their victimization. So this is one important thing. The second is the victim account really corroborate what the prosecution has presented, in the sense that if you remember the few quotes that we read yesterday, these quotes actually are exactly the same of what prosecution witnesses are saying as well. So there is a form of corroboration in this sense. And what I think it's also very important is that victim can provide much more details and evidence on the background of the crimes. The intervention of Mr. Andres of Gilbert yesterday was very important, because he looked at the Filipino perspective, explaining very clearly how these people were affected by the crimes. And this is a perspective that you will never get from the prosecution, because they don't know enough the Filipino background. And I think this is also the richness of the team composed of Filipino lawyers and international lawyers, because we can really complete ourselves and be sure that the voice of victims is really heard the way they want their voice to be heard.
Galing! Sabi niya, naipresenta ni Attorney Andres, pati ni Attorney Butuyan, yung talagang buot o meat of the issue, because naintindihan nila yung emosyon ng mga biktima, yung feelings ng mga biktima, naintindihan nila yung kultura ng mga biktima. Kaya sabi niya, kaya maganda ang team namin, kasi meron kami Pilipino, kahit mas maraming foreigner, kasi syempre the Netherlands yan, meron nandun naman yung ibang lawyer, sila Christina Conti sa Bleacher. Pero kung ikumpara mo yan sa puro foreigner, akala mo foreigner rin ng hindi Pilipino ang kliyente, puro foreigner nakaupo sa defense team nila Kaufman. So sabi niya, yan ang disadvantage, never nila maintindihan yung pag-iisip ng mga biktima, dahil puro sila foreigner. Hindi nila completely makapasok sa utak ni Duterte, dahil hindi naman sila Pilipino, and they're not very well versed sa Filipino law. So dito durog na naman si Kaufman. Siguro may pagka hindi naman minamaliit natin yung mga Jews, Pero minsan rin nagagalit yung mga iba-ibang nationality sa mga Jews. Ang feeling nila, sila lang ang tao, sila lang matalino, sila lang magaling, sila lang ang powerful. I-mix mo pa yung Jews pati British, yung sabi nila British upper lip, di ba? Yung noon mga British, parang Amerikano rin ngayon, na medyo mayabang, ganun. So, yun nga sinasabi natin, bakit from the beginning, kahit taga-timpla ng kape na lang mga Pilipino, hindi niya kinuha. Kaya umabot ng 150 million, nakatipid pa siguro siya kung kalahati. Nakikita natin doon sa upuan ng mga prosecution ay Pilipino or kahit 2, 3, ganun. Kasi ang client niya is a Filipino. Yan. Kung sasabihin ni Duterte, I was eating balut when I saw a criminal and I shot him. Siyempre, I spewed out my balot. So, tanong ni Kaufman, Sir, what's balot? What do you mean by balot? Is that a gun, sir? Is that a bullet, sir? What is balot? So, isa pa yan. Para sabi nila, lost in translation. Isa pang kapalpakan ni Kaufman. Yan, masyadong mayabang. Okay lang, kung nakita naman natin kung insultuhin niya si President Bongbong Marcos, parang nagbebenta lang ng balot si President Bongbong Marcos. Hindi niya, parang kinakalimutan na niya na presidente ito. Kung insultuhin niya yung mga senators, sila Cristina Conti, parang grabe yung panginginsulto niya, bordering on discrimination, si Harry Roque. Kahit gano'n naman, kahit fugitive naman yan si Harry Roque at marami yan criminal activity na ginawa, pero makita mo, meron parang discriminatory, parang dating na anti-Filipino kay Kaufman in the way he attacks the president, in the way he attacks Cristina Conti, pati si Risa Ontiveros, ganon, pati mga ibang critics ni Duterte. Kay President Bongbong Marcos, parang hindi niya na-recognize na presidente, parang balud vendor lang si President Bongbong Marcos. Ganun lang ang kwan niya, ang trato niya kay presidente. So, sige, tuloy tayo.
Monopolize,
I
please.
want to add. The evidence
Masaya, natuwa yung mga Filipino lawyer.
that would be needed to convict Mr. Duterte would be like a jigsaw puzzle. You would have the victim witnesses who will testify on the specific crime committed against their loved ones. You don't expect them to testify, pointing to Mr. Duterte. You have to weave it together with the evidence of the insider witnesses who will say that there was this plan to really use killings and violence. And then you weave it again to the statements of Mr. Duterte saying that I will protect you, so and so. So,
You have heard yesterday and the day before an important word for us, which is insider. The insider is someone who was in the circle of Mr. Duterte and who became a prosecution witness. So, and you have seen some quotes, no, of these people. I was recruited and then I had to kill. I'm using recruiting into brackets. There was a quote of someone who was explaining, you need to be cleared. So we could only kill if the killing was clear. And the question was, what? But cleared by who? By Mr. Duterte. I didn't fear anything because it was cleared by the president. There was one of the quotes yesterday during, I think, Mr. Jeremy presentation. So the proceedings is actually two-folded. On one side, you have all the information coming from the inside that can indicate to the orders, the chain of command, how it worked internally, and how the common plan was designed. And on the other side, you have all the part of the victimization. And these are the two components of the proceedings before the court.
Attorneys Joel and Gilbert, the prosecution yesterday was saying a lot of things about how neutralized meant to kill. And that's the very same thing you were arguing in the Danyo petition. What was going through your mind? What could the Supreme Court have done? What would the impact
Okay.
if there was a Supreme Court resolution of what neutralized actually means?
Iba na-
Especially that Kaufman
we will
was saying
discuss-
neutralized is just metaphor.
Sorry. We will discuss that later today. So, after lang yung meeting ko, important meeting ko. So, yun, nakita nyo si Paulina Masida na, tinitingnan ko kung anong nationality niya, pero parang French, parang Spanish, ganun, tingnan natin. Kwan pala, Italian, kaya mayroon siya mga words na parang kinakain, oo. Kwan siya sa Genoa Bar. O, napunta na rin tayo dyan. Beautiful place. Sa Genoa, Italy. So, yan. Italian lawyer. Yan. Buti naman. Nakita mo yung mga Italian. Mga kwan din yan. Hindi yan mga tao na mayabang na nagdi-discriminate. Mga mababait yan. Mababait yan. So, buti nga, prinace niya yung mga galing na mga Filipino lawyers at inupakan niya indirectly, pahapyaw, si Kaufman dahil wala ni isa lang man Filipino lawyer sa team niya. Dahil tingin niya siguro napakaliit, napakabobo, napakatanga natin pareho sa iniinsulto niya yung mga government officials natin led by President Bongbong Marcos. So, ngayon, parang isa na rin ito sa mga karma, bad moves at big mistake ni Duterte na kahit Pilipino siya, wala siyang tiwala. Sabi nga natin noon, ano to? Dahil all foreigners yung mga lawyers niya. Ano to? Wala siyang tiwala sa mga Filipino lawyers. So parang ganun na nga. Lumabas at napansin ito at pinatutsadahan siya ni Paulina Masida ng Italian ICC prosecution lawyer. So yan lang po ang pahabol na vlog natin ukol sa press con ng prosecution team yesterday. Thank you very much everyone for watching. Thank you very much for joining me in this vlog, and see you in my next vlog.